I remember when I was a teenager, I thought I knew everything. You could not tell me anything. I had it all figured out. Then one day, Mr. Billings, an elderly man who lived up the street, he was about 45 or so, he asked me to help him fix his car. So I'm thinking, how hard can this really be? So I wanted to surprise him. While he went out to get some parts for the car, I confidently walked into his garage. The tools were in my hand, and after just 45 minutes of fumbling around, the car was more broken. Mr. Billings looked at me. He shook his head and he said, I didn't ask you to fix it. I asked you to help. Maybe we should help by reading the manual. Sometimes the younger generation doesn't need us to fix everything. They need guidance by a helping hand and maybe a little more patience as they figure things out. It's easy to think we know the best, but often what they need is someone who's willing to help them read the manual of life. Young people today face many of the same challenges that we did when we were growing up. Peer pressure, identity crisis, the occasional I can totally fix this car moment. But unlike in our times, they're also bombarded with media messages that glorify negativity and the constant need for validations through likes. They're being raised in a world where comparing yourself to others, it's just a scroll away. Its self-worth can be determined by how many strangers give you a thumbs up or an emoji. But what if we taught them something radical? What if we taught them that we are all interconnected? That the success of one is the success of all. I know that sounds like a Hallmark card, but the concept of seeing others as yourself or celebrating somebody else's win as if it were your own could shift how they approach life. Imagine, instead of glorifying selfishness, they promoted the interest of others because they realized that helping someone else, they're actually helping themselves. This isn't just idealism, it's a mind shift. Teaching young people to understand that every act of goodness creates a ripple effect. And that could inspire them to lead creative lives. They've been conditioned by a world that says it's all about you. But here's where we come in as teachers, counselors, parents, and also mentors. It's our job to help them recognize the bigger picture, to understand that in promoting the success of others, they're also promoting their own growth. It's a win-win. So how do you help them read this metaphorical manual? Start small. Encourage kindness. Emphasize empathy and model collaboration in your own life. Talk to them about the value of celebrating others. Be the one who steps in and says, hey, let's fix this car together. Because in guiding them to these realizations, you're not just shaping better young people, you're shaping a better future. Could you inspire an entire generation to live not just for themselves, but for everybody? Remember, youth empowerment, interconnectedness, celebrate others, guiding the future for you to be a success.